Thanks, Tim, and thank you to Sharon, who's just gone off with the Minister, I suspect, to kick the footy, perhaps, for your usual welcome to country. It's always a real privilege to be able to hear Sharon and be part of that acknowledgement and welcome. And although the Minister is gone, I just wanted to also publicly also thank her for her heartfelt support for carers. I think that anyone sitting here listening to her, there's no doubt about her genuine and sincere support for carers, and her understanding of the challenges that you all face and the sacrifices that they make for loved ones, and also for empathising with the love and dedication that motivates unpaid carers. As the chair of the Carers WA Board, I'd like to officially welcome you to the Carers WA Conference in 2024. I include not only of those of us in the room, but those of us online who are joining us from across WA or at our regional hubs in Albany, Esperance and Manjimup. Thank you to our conference supporters, Lottery West and the Department of Communities. Thank you, Mike. It was a great video that we saw, the full video the other day, and I'd love for our board to see that as well and see the challenges that people face in their workplace, working and balancing that whole caring life and their job. Our aim is to, and Lottery West, of course, sorry, because if it wasn't for Lottery West, we wouldn't be able to do all the activities across the state. There's something like 46 of them. Our aim is to actually, for carers to feel acknowledged and recognised for the vital role they play in supporting the person they care for, and for the general public to learn more about carers, their contribution to society and the range of services that are available. And for us, that's really, really important because we are the service provider and we take that responsibility incredibly seriously, where we can actually not just talk, but actually do. There's heaps going on this week, right across the state, from Broome to Esperance. Give you an examples, Cups for Carers, which is a regional initiative partnering with a range of cafes across WA, where carers can take some time out and enjoy free tea or coffee with a family member or friend. We've got online wellness webinars focusing on health, sleep, a very important part of a carer's life, usually not having it, and relationships. There's hospital pop-ups with our community engagement van, Priscilla, a Kings Park walk, yoga and morning tea, an on-country experience, Good Sounds Talk on Country, which is an immersive journey guided by Wadjuk carers, tickets to Outback Splash and the zoo. Thanks for Lottery West, as I said, for funding the 46 organisations and carer support groups hosting events throughout this week, and many in rural and regional areas. And you'll hear me and everyone talk about those challenges around regional and rural areas as Carers WA tries to reach further into our community, regional and remote communities, to support carers and make them aware, as many carers are not aware that they're carers, and make them aware of the services that are there to support them. We've distributed 2,500 Carers Week resource bags, which provides information to carers that they may not be aware of, and how to access services. Since the last conference, since 2022, Carers WA has continued to grow and expand our services and support. We've embarked on a bold regional campaign, as I said, hosting engagements, consultations and activities in regions throughout WA. We've also increased our regional coordinator team from 3 to 5 now in the Great Southern, Southwest Wheatbelt, Northern Wheatbelt and Esperance. We are committed to continuing our relationship with our Carer Gateway Consortia partner Helping Minds, which leads the Carer Gateway services in Broome, Geraldton and Bunbury areas. We've enhanced our range of services, ensuring that carers have practical support and information to sustain their caring role. We've achieved quality service outputs, which you can read about in our annual report, which will be released at the end of November, and the AGM, end of October. No, October. Sorry, I'm getting confused what month we're in. Sabine just got confused about the days. I'm right up there with the months. We've worked with the University of WA for social impact to evaluate our young carer program and provide recommendations to increase awareness, advocacy and the well-being of young carers in our state, and the full report is available on our website. Carers WA also advocates for carers at all levels of government, both systematically and individually, through a record number of policy submissions so far this year, including National Autism Strategy, the review into the National Disability Insurance Scheme, the new Aged Care Act, a response into the Disability Royal Commission and Mental Health Lived Experience, the WA Youth Action Plan, the WA Disability Legislation Discussion Paper, WA Eating Disorders Framework, and both written and in-person appearances into the Parliamentary Inquiry into Unpaid Carers. We also continue to support the work currently undertaking into the National Carer Strategy by the federal government. So you can see we put a lot of work into policy, advocating, and trying to help carers, represent carers at these very important policy decision-making forums. The young carers are, sadly, a growing cohort of the carer community, and one which Carers WA believes needs significant focus. To that end, in June 2023, Carers WA established the Youth Advisory Group, comprising of young carers aged between 16 and 24. That group provides valuable insight and guidance into services, supports that directly affect them. This is all about listening to the people who have lived caring experience and are actually there, right there, and this is what we need and this is what we think, instead of imposing what we think as a society they need. So they regularly contribute to program development, policies and government submissions on both a state, local level and obviously a national level. Fundamental to all this work is Carers WA commitment to building a society where the role of a carer is not only recognised and valued, but also celebrated. Therefore, it's really important to us to constantly acknowledge the 320,000 carers in WA who are at the heart of our organisation. They're our reason for being. It is their unwavering dedication to the person they care for that inspires us as an organisation to continue to work towards our mission to support the empowerment and well-being of carers through our programs, our services, and through advocacy. I'd like to actually take the moment to acknowledge my fellow board members who ensure that the organisation is run with appropriate governance, and you can see what happens when an organisation, whether it's, I won't say any names, but you know, one of those big organisations that do things like fly planes or dig out mines or whatever. Governance is so important to the well-being of any organisation, and to the proper functioning of it. And we have a really great board who are very dedicated to ensuring that Carers WA is run well, and it has a strategic vision, and it actually delivers on that strategic vision, doesn't just talk about it. So I'd like to thank all those involved in the planning and execution of today's event. This includes the Carers WA Conference 2024 Steering Committee, which comprises of members from across Carers WA's operational and marketing teams, and external representative Dr. Kim Hudson from the Carers Advisory Council, ESME. We always work and hope to keep working very closely with ESME's team as well, and Kristen's. They're brilliant, and Mike's community development. It's, you know, all together, if we collaborate and work in a collegiate fashion, we can achieve great things, I think. So thank you for being with us today. Enjoy the program. It's pretty action-packed. Lots of things to think about. I should also mention, out strategically placed near the coffee station is the outcomes of our youth project of creating art. We had it down at the YMCA building in Leederville on Saturday, which was sort of the result of lots of contributions. And you can see the work that the young carers have done out there in terms of the artwork and so on. And I just wanted to say what a fabulous venue this is as well for this sort of thing, to be able to share this and have a great conference, everyone, and enjoy the coffee and the art and the food and the access to the services and the intellect that comes with all of this. Thank you.